So the next question that I usually get is, what is the difference between a compensating and a non-compensating euphonium? What are the physical differences, and when would you recommend somebody to play one versus the other?
Okay, that's a good question. Most brass instruments are non-compensating, and what that means is that there's a set of tubing for each individual valve, and it's set up to play those notes in tune. As we start adding combinations of valves together and need more length, pitches change. The length of the first valve and the second valve together might not be long enough to play it in tune, so you have to pull a tuning slide. On a compensating instrument, there's actually a second set of tubes in the back of the pistons, and when you press down the fourth valve, that tubing is enabled, and it actually compensates or adds the length that you need to play those notes in tune. Everyone's going to start on a non-compensating instrument, and so it's easier to play, it's more free-blowing, and so for younger kids, it's also usually got a smaller bore size, and so it's going to be easier for them to advance. As they do progress, though, they're going to want to move into a compensating instrument because it enables you to play lower notes. It gives you more finger combinations to play them in tune. Also has a larger bore size in the valve section, which means they can put more air through it. And generally, the taper of the bell and the bell flare is also larger, and that enables them to have a larger, more broad sound.
Okay. One of the biggest things that we usually can physically see a difference between a non-compensating versus a compensating euphonium. To the naked eye, we say that these look pretty much the same from the front end. But when you turn it around, you'll notice that the one that Chuck is holding has significantly amount more of tubing within the valve cluster. And so mine currently with the less tubing is a non-compensating euphonium, and Chuck's would be a compensating euphonium. So you can tell the difference.
And we should note that you can get non-compensating instruments with 3 or 4 valves up top, as well as the 3+1 on the side.
So you mentioned that there are 4. We would call this a 4+1, a 3+1, because there's 3 up top and 1 on the side. However, what is the difference between the 4 up top?
The 4 up top, it's just a different style. We actually make both instruments. We make this one, which is our 426, and we make a 421, which is 4 in a row. They're the same bore size. I prefer this one because if you try to move your pinky independently of itself, it's kind of hard to do that. It's also not the strongest finger. And so when you're advancing and you're playing more technical music, this finger actually gives you the ability to play faster.
Makes a lot of sense. Hey Music Man viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on the link down here, and find our newest material by clicking over here. Thanks for watching.